Go.
Nakapurot ka man din.
Maganda siya na plus na bato na gainom pa. Pahulog ka. Walang halito. Happy birthday.
It's my birthday.
Kumusta?
Okay. Yeah, di talaga niyo po kayahan talaga. Ano?
Oh, yan mga bunga sa libro.
Hagdan, may hagdan.
Careful daw.
Himoli.
ഇത് മോണസ്ട്രിയുടെ മുകളിലേക്ക് വരുന്ന വാതിലാണ് ക്ലോസ്ഡ് ആണ് ഇന്നലെ എന്നും മുകളിൽ കയറാൻ പറ്റില്ല അതുകൊണ്ട് ജസ്റ്റ് അവിടെ പോയി കാണുമ്പോൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് വേറെ പുറത്തേക്ക് എടുക്കുന്നവർ തള്ളി വിടില്ല ചേച്ചി എടുത്തു
Okay, Habibi, let me explain to you where we are. Okay, let me explain to you. While then he was in the prison. Then he became the second man in the country. Yeah, God, made him the second man in the country. At that time, there was a famine in Israel, and so the father of Joseph told his brothers, "Go to Egypt and get the wheat, from there." So they went there. Joseph recognized them. They didn't recognize him at the beginning. Yes. Then when the famine completed for a while, they all went to Egypt, and this is how the Israelites came to Egypt. They came here to Egypt because of the water in the Nile. Yes. And this allows us to irrigate our soil all the time. So that's why we had water at the time of the famine in Israel. So Joseph died, And the Pharaoh who knew Joseph died. After 400 years from Joseph, the Egyptians found that the Israelites are increasing in number. Yeah, I'm just, again, I'm talking from biblical. Yeah. So the Egyptian Pharaoh found that the Israelites are increasing in number. So he was afraid that if any of the enemies of Egypt attack the country, the Israelites will support him against the Egyptian. So he called the midwives, told them, if any Israelite woman is giving birth, if it is a boy, kill the boy. If it is a girl, let the girl live. But the midwives, they feared God. They didn't listen to the Pharaoh, to the Egyptian Pharaoh. So the Pharaoh became angry and he ordered all the newborn boys to be thrown on the Nile. Yeah? So that's why Moses' mom put him in a basket.
Yes.
Yeah? On the Nile. And he was found, yes, by the sister of the Pharaoh. So he grew up in the royal palace of the king. What does it mean? He grew up in the royal palace of the king, which means he got all the knowledge of the Egyptians. He got very well education at that time, because at that time Egypt was, at the top. So he got very good education, was speaking the ancient Egyptian language beside Hebrew, because of course his mom breastfed him, so he knew the whole story. That it happened that Moses found two fighting together. One was Egyptian and one was the Israelite. So Moses was suffering from anger issue. Again, I'm talking from the Old Testament. So he killed the Egyptian. So he was afraid that the Egyptian Pharaoh will figure out that he killed the Egyptian. So he ran away far from the face of the Egyptian Pharaoh. This is when God talked to Moses, from the burning bush. What happened exactly? You have to look in the 3rd chapter in Exodus. And it's like this. This is what's mentioned exactly. Now Moses was keeping the flock of Jerah, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. So now we are in Midian, yes? And he led the flock to the back of the wilderness and came to God's mountain, to Horeb, where we are, yes? Yahweh angel appeared to him in a flame of fire out of the middle of a bush. He looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush wasn't consumed. Moses said, I will go now and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. When Yahweh saw that, he came over to see. God called to him out of the middle of the bush, said, Moses, Moses. He said, here I am. Don't come close. Take off your sandals, for the place you are standing on is a holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Moses hid his face because he was afraid to look at God. Yahweh said, I have surely seen the affiliation of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of the land to a good and large land, to a land flowing with milk and honey, to the place of the Canaanite and the Hittite, the Amorite, the Bezite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Now behold, the cry of the children of Israel has come to me. Moreover, I have seen oppression with which the Egyptian oppressed them. Amen. Yeah. So this is what's mentioned in the Old Testament. Yeah. So here inside, unfortunately, the monastery is closed. It's under the Greek Orthodox. So because now they are fasting for the Lent, so they have their own calendar. So we didn't even know before. Just Joseph told me this morning that it is closed. So inside the monastery, as soon as you go inside, there is the burning bush. It's still green till nowadays. I will share with Kay the picture of the burning bush. Yes, and she will share it with you. It's still green till nowadays. It's still green till nowadays. Yes, and this kind of tree, it only grows in Egypt. There were many trials to get a leaf and plant it in many different places. It never worked out. You will ask me, Riham, do you mean that this is by the time of Moses? Yes. Yes, we are Christian, we are believing in miracles, yes? Not only this, the stones here in the area, I just get this from the men outside. And I will share you my story. You know, here the stones in the area, can you see there is as a kind of a drawing for the burning bush, can you see? As if the leaf. When I was just freshly graduate, 25 years ago, when I saw this for the first time, I saw that the people here are drawing on it. Yeah? So I bought one and then I go back home, wash it, you know, try to get rid of the colors. I saw that they are just drawing it. But what happened that it broke. When it's broke, I found as well the drawing again inside. Oh. So it's God's, you know, miracle. It's God's, you know, hand. Yes. If you are saying that here is the place where God talked to Moses, so can you imagine, you know, the huge culture heritage of Christianity we have here in the holy place? Yes, in the Old Testament, Christians, we are believing in the New Testament. Yeah, in the Old and the New Testament together. So this is God's miracle. Yeah. So again, I'm going to share with Kay the picture and the stones. They are selling it for $1 or something like this. Don't pay more than $1.
Are we allowed to bring it out of?
Yes, yes. It's a stone. You know, they have a plenty. And according to the our church, yes, I'm Coptic Orthodox, Egyptian Orthodox. They are saying that the enlightenment which comes out from the burning bush, it printed the stones around the area because it's everywhere. You know, so we have plenty of this. So what the Bedouins are doing, they just go at the back, broke some of the stones and get it. And we have plenty. But it's $1, don't pay more. Even it is, again, it's $1 is enough, yes? I will give you half time to get whatever. What about the monastery which we have here? Why we have the monastery? If I'm telling you that inside we have the burning bush, yeah? So when the monks start,
pinabaa ko talaga. Skeptic man ako eh. Kristo. Pinabaa ko talaga.
in the whole world. When the monks, the place was got burned, so the monks were staying inside the burning
Crystal.
the water.
How much
There
is
was
that?
no monastery.
It's $5.
But we were attacked from
This
time
one?
to time by the
$3.
attacking, you know, the place where they are staying, and they just moved things around. So they are planning to come from them. We have some food to fix with them. So what happened is that Queen Helen and King Constantine, the founder of the cross lunch, we are going to have a Bedouin lunch. The Bedouin lunch, you will see how they are cooking their food in a very unique way. Yeah? So this is our next stop.
Okay, now we will now go home.
Which one you buy? Which one? Come, my friend.
Mapa-restaurant na. Ha? Madaman naman kita sa kakanan.
أنا أخوك فهمان أخوك شوال عامل ايه يا عمر؟ ده الناس هياكلوني تحت لما انزل تعال ده بيهرب مننا هاتوه لا لا يا سيدي هجيبهولك انا طالع معايا 11 اللي طالع دلوقتي هو انا اصلا نازل من على الجبل مش فاهم انت قصدي سؤالك ايه اللي جايه بيهم المرشده 12 720 وانت عايز 1120 قول 1120
camel day.
Ang ganda-ganda naman. You gotta enjoy yun magsakay ano.
Sakay mo kita dyan. Hindi mong kipis pala ka na araw. Mamaya na, pagdating na ng
Camel.
kayong guys. Oh,